Looks like I am live. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's make sure I'm live. Cause I don't know what this. Let's see. All right, so that looks like it's going good. Let's find some music to study to, or some shit. Is that too loud? Can we listen to that? All right. All right. I think it should show me everything. All right, cool. Yeah, it does show me everything. So I don't have to look at YouTube. That's awesome. Okay. So this is the book I'm gonna be going through. This book right here. The C# Player's Guide by R.B. Whitaker. I've already went through it once, but I'm doing a refresher because I'm starting a software engineering program. At WGU online December 1st. So this is more of a refresher than anything else, because I do plan on If y'all don't know, hold on, let's just go through it. I'll open it up. Okay, so this is the degree you can learn. It says, you know, learn Java or C# with an online software engineering degree. And it actually, I should change the name of my stream to WGU, you know, from here to when I graduate. Unsure which track is so anyway, this is they have a C# and a Java path, and at first I was going to take the Java path, but then I realized, like, I've used Unity, I've studied a lot more C# than Java, and the first time I used Java, I did not want to do. I didn't like it, but the goal is to get a job. So here you can see blah 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 blah. It's at WGU. They're pretty inexpensive. It's a self-paced program. That's the only way I was gonna do it. I'm actually leaving my master's. I was getting a master's degree in counseling, and I was like, you know what? I don't think this is for me. Thought I was gonna be somebody's therapist. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. So, let me see something. Sorry about all these notifications. So anyway, what I'm going to be doing is kind of like refreshing over this book. What's really cool about this book is that not only does it teach you programming, well, C#, you know, programming, it does it in a way, it treats it like a game. So you level up. So for example, you can see previously, hold on, let me go to it. It even comes with a map. And you can see right there, you know. Let's see, should I raise my camera up a little bit? Yeah. Okay, and then it comes with a, so there's a map. Let me show that again. There's a map. And then there's an XP tracker. See, I was tracking my XP. I'm about to redo that. I wish I would have never drew in the pages, but whatever. So it looks like I stopped at, I know I went further than the tic-tac-toe game. But anyway. So as I learn, ask me what's that. So first we're gonna start with, and there are some resources you can use, like I think there's a free resource to learn, yeah, W3 schools. So if you go to W3 schools, they'll teach you some stuff, and I don't think it's that bad. Honestly, it'll probably be easier for me to go through this, but I'm not. But you can use that to learn. So that's a good thing. Okay. So the first thing, this is, I already went through and got an IDE and all that stuff. So the first thing we're gonna do is go through variables. Okay. Well, actually, well, the program actually already did it for us, but let's see. We have accounted for every character in our Hello World program except the semicolon. So, essentially, hold on, I need to turn it down. Maybe I can make it vibrate. Yeah. That's too loud. So anyway, people saying stupid stuff. People always saying stupid stuff, y'all. All the time. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna go through this whole book. So first, we're gonna write our first program. Like most books start off like this, where you're writing your first program. Um, let's see. It says, "Hello World, your first program." Okay, our adventure begins. Our adventure begins in earnest in this level as we make our first real programs in C# and learn the basics of the language. We'll start with a simple program called Hello World, the classic first program to write in any new language. It is the smallest meaningful program we could make. It gives us a glimpse of what the language looks like and verifies that our IDE is installed and working. Hello World is the traditional first program to make, and beginning anywhere else would make the programming guys mad. We don't want that. Creating a new C# project. I'm gonna skip over that. I already know how to do all that. Okay. So the first challenge is it goes like this. Remember, it's like in a how can I say it? It treats programming like a game. I saw somebody just join. I am going over the C# players guide, so we're about to code a little bit. So it says the first challenge. You open your eyes and find yourself face down on the beach of a large island, the waves crashing on the shore not far off. A voice nearby calls out, "Hey you, you're finally awake." You sit up and look around. Somehow, opening your IDE has pulled you into the realms of C#, a strange and mysterious land where it appears that you can use the C# programming language to solve problems. The man comes closer, examining you. Are you okay? Can you speak? Creating and running a Hello World program seems like a good way to respond. The objectives of this challenge is to create a new Hello World program from the C# console template targeting .NET 6. Run your program using any of the three methods described above. So here's the thing. We're not using .NET 6, we're using .NET 7. It doesn't matter. So the first thing I'm going to do is, let's see, console.writeLine. I should never I think that's IntelliSense. So console.writeLine, and then in there you put your string. And I'm going to say hello world, if I can spell world. And bam, we wrote our first little statement thing. This is a function. Anyway, you put a string in it and it prints it to the console. Write line on the console. This is the line you write on the console. So then we're gonna press play. And bam, there we go. It says hello world. Can you see that? It's amazing. It says hello world. And we're programmers now. All right. Now that we've made and run our first C# program, it is time to look at the fundamental elements of all C# programs. We will touch on many topics in this section, but each is covered in more depth later in the book. You don't need to master it all here. Where is my music? You know what? I need better music. I need like RPG style, like lo-fi. Let's see, lo-fi RPG adventure music. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Is it too loud? Let me know. Let me know. It says sign into the chat. Hold up. Alright. Alright. Hold on, that's loud. Ooh. I mean, that sounds sexy, but it's loud. This is fantasy? It sounds like some kind of like, this sounds like a more upbeat, like when you call in a call center and you're waiting for the agent to come. This is what I imagine like a more sexier, more modern version of phone waiting music to be like. So no, I wanted fantasy. Okay, here we go. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but all right. So back to what we were doing, C#. So let's open this. Actually, it might be easier if I do it like this. Let's see, get started, IDE syntax, blah, 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 blah. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do it like that. I already know how I'm gonna do it. Now that we've made and run our first C# program, it is time to look at the fundamental elements of all C# programs. We will touch on many topics in this section, but each is covered in more. Who said Javen? Hello, Javen. Every programming language has its own distinct structure, its own set of rules that describe how to make a working program in that language. This set of rules, and by the way, this is the book I'm using, y'all, the C# Player's Guide. I recommend it if you're trying to learn programming. It does it really well. Okay, so it says, look in your code editor window to find the text shown below. Okay, so now it's teaching us about string literals. So there's a few different classes in C#, and I think I should like draw it on the screen. So for example, these are, well, can I write? Is it in black or is it in? Okay, so I'm basic. Oh, okay. It's still not doing it. Hold on, let me try this again. You think you know stuff, but then you just learn you don't know nothing. Oh, it's always in, why is the pen tool always in black? Hold on. Oh, okay. So then I go here and I choose black. And then I go here. And does that make it white? Oh, this is ridiculous. What do you want from me? Hold up, Tobias. What's up, Tobias? All right. So we're gonna do this on the white screen. I don't know if y'all know this. I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but I hate white screens. That sounded kind of racist, but I cannot stand using. This pisses me off. But this is the only thing. This is what we're gonna have to deal with right now. So there's variables. Okay, that's ugly. Okay, there's a lot of problems going on. So there's variables. Oh my God, that is ugly as hell. Am I gonna get, no, I'm not gonna get my tablet. Okay, so anyway, there's variables. And variables go into different boxes, right? So for example, we have strings. right? And the strings go here. And then let's say we have int, and the int goes here. So the way you declare a variable, I hope I'm saying that right. The way you declare a variable is like this. For example, you see how we have hello world here? Well, we can change hello world into a variable. We can put hello world, since it's a string, we can put it into the string box, and we do that like this. We'll say, how do you do it in C#? All right, we're just gonna say, do we need to say public? Public string, oops. Do we need to do that? Do we need to say public? It's making me feel weird. Am I doing this right? Public string hello world. All right. Public string though. Public string greeting equals hello world. There we go. Y'all, excuse me. It's been a minute. All right, so we just declared a public variable that is a string. We called it greeting, and it is set to hello world, right? So instead of writing hello world right here, we can just write greeting. For some reason that doesn't work. So let's do this. I think it's out of scope. So this is not a good first start. All right, there we go. We're just gonna say string greeting equals hello world. So then we write greeting right there, right? So now we can press play, and it says hello world. So this box, the string box, holds the string hello world. So we can just plug this in right here. And let's say we want to do something like, for example, so we have strings, we have ints, we have string, int, boolean, and we have floats, right? So the strings are words, they're text, right? So it's just gonna be like, this, like my name is Chris, and it's always gonna be in quotation marks, or it can be Javen, or it can be Bussy, whatever you want it to be. It's your party. Then we have ints. Those are numbers, usually whole numbers between a certain set, but we're not even gonna go into the range of int. We're just gonna focus on int. It's gonna be like 1, 500, you know, like 3,000, stuff like that, like, you know, 999, whatever. Then we have floats. Floats are gonna be numbers with decimal points. So like 3.14, 2.5, 36.7, stuff like that. The next one are booleans, and booleans, this is it's either going to be one of two things. It's either going to be true or false, and those are very important. And you'll see in a second. Okay, so we can insert ints. We can insert numbers into strings. Say, for example, I want to print to the console, hi, my name is Chris. I am so and so years old. So let's do that. Let's say string greeting equals, well, let's do it like this. Let's create a new variable. We're going to call it int age equals 32, all right? 32. And now we want to print to the console, hi, my name is, let's see, and then we're gonna put our name in a string. I'm gonna say Chris, or right now we're gonna say polyhype. Right. Hi, my name is name, and you see how I put that plus? So that's string concatenation. That's, you know, whatever. I'm not good at explaining that, but you know, follow me. Hi, my name is name. I am, we're gonna put age, years old. Okay. Hi, my name is blank. Hi, my name is name, and name is polyhype. I am age 32 years old. Okay, so let's see how that comes out. Hi, my name is polyhype. I am 32 years old. We did not do correct punctuation, but you get it. And that is how you can add a period right there. There we go. Hi. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it says, hi, my name is polyhype. I am 32 years old. And that's kind of how we use variables. So variables are like boxes, and you can put those boxes in different places and do different things with those boxes and blah, 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 blah. Let's see, what else does the book talk about? So we went over variables. Okay, so the next challenge is, now we're going to read text from the console. So you can do that with this, you can use the console.readline method. So this is how that works. So now we know that there's two methods that we know of in the console class. So we have console.writeLine, and that writes to the console. And then we have console.readLine, and that will read the next string that we type into the console. Reads next line. All right. So let's say we want to create a program that says, you know, what's your name? Okay, how old are you? So first, we're gonna do console.writeLine. That's gonna write to the console, and we're gonna ask the user, what is your name? And then we're gonna say console.readline. We're gonna say, we're gonna say string name equals console.readline. So okay, so it's gonna read the next thing that we type in. It's gonna read the next string. So we have console.writeLine, what is your name? And then the next, we're gonna say string name equals console.readline. Console.readline will read the next line or read that line, and then put whatever we place in console.read. I'm touching my screen like y'all can see me touch my screen. So when this method runs, it's gonna look for the next thing that the user types, and then it's gonna put it into the name variable. Somebody said they're lost on what I was doing. One of the people that I know just texted me, you're lost because I'm doing programming. One way that you can learn is by teaching. And so in order to refresh myself on this, I'm going to kind of relearn it and teach it as I learn it. So right now what we're doing is going over variables, and there's different types of variables. There's like strings, there's ints, there's booleans, there's floats. The strings are literally characters. So the string is a string of characters. It's going to be like Chris, Javen, Bussy, Walmart, you know, things like that. Then we have ints. Those are numbers. I'm not even going to go too far into int because there's a range on how big ints can be and all that jazz. So we're just going to focus on the fact that it's going to be a whole number, 1, 500, 999, you know, 1,000, stuff like that. Then we have floats. Those are decimal numbers. So 3.14, 2.5, 36.7, you know, 100.5. Then we have Booleans. That's just logic. It's going to be true or false. It's going to be yes or no. It's period. That's it. It's going to be yes or no. All right. So now when we, this is our main method, and every programming language has like a main method that you insert your code into or whatever. Let's not even get into that. So right now we're going to, from the console class, we're using the WriteLine method. And we're in that WriteLine method, we're putting what is your name. So if we comment this out, by the way, these are comments. There's multiple ways to do a comment, but you can use 2 forward slashes and then write a comment. Okay. What's up, Eric? Okay. So the next thing is so console.WriteLine, what is your name? And we see that we wrote it wrote to the console, what is your name? So the next thing that we're going to do is place the console is going to be once we run this the read line function, is going to be waiting for a string, and we're going to put that string into the name variable. Okay, so this writes to the console, this waits for user input, and places it in the name variable. So now that we have the user's name, the next thing that we need to ask for is how old is that person? So console.WriteLine, how old are you? Right? How old are you? So now we need to put that into a variable. So does anybody know how we would do that? I feel like I'm teaching elementary school again. Does anybody know how we're gonna do that? How do we do it? This is how I know how to do it, Mr. Allison. This is how we do it. Console, actually, we're gonna create a variable. So we're looking for a this is gonna be a little bit more, this is gonna be further ahead, but we're gonna do string, actually, we're gonna say string age equals console.readline, and usually that's a let me see, is that how we do it in I think we do int dot hold on, excuse me y'all, int dot parse. All right, no, oh yeah, okay, yeah, because I'm being silly. Okay, don't worry about me. Don't even worry about what I just did, because okay, so when you write, so what the console is looking for user input. So if I wrote 32, it's gonna actually be a string, and sometimes we can change that into another type of variable by casting it. So string age equals console.WriteLine is a string right now, but I could also say int age, right? And for some reason that did not throw an error. I don't know why. Oh yeah, it did. There we go. So it says represents the standard input output. It says cannot implicitly convert type string to int. This console.readline is going to return an string, and we are saying, okay, we want to put that string into an int. That's not how that works. So what you do is you do int.parse int dot let's see, hold on, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Int dot parse dot console dot readline. Okay, I could have sworn there was a parse int 32. No, okay, That's what happens when you learn in Java and then you switch and decide no. All right. So we have int age equals int dot parse console dot readline. So what this does is it's going to change what it's going to look for it's going to look for a string. The string is going to be the user input, and then it's going to change that into an int. Okay. So, but that's too far ahead. So we're just going to comment this out. What we should do is string age equals console.readline. Simple, easy, whatever. And then, so now we have console, right? We have what is your name? We put that in a variable. We have how old are you? We put that in a variable. And now we're going to say console.writeLine. Your name is right. You are, and then we gonna insert the age, years old, right? So let's see how this plays out. So what should happen is the console is going to open up. It's going to say, what is your name? You're going to enter your name. Then we're going to say, okay, we're going to read the input, which is going to be your name, and we're going to put that into the name variable. The next question we're going to ask is, how old are you? Okay, so we're waiting for user input, and we're going to put that user input inside of the age variable, which is a string. Both of these are strings. Then we're going to go to console.writeLine. We're going to say your name is plus name. Your name is, and then we're going to enter the variable that is your name, and then we're going to say your age. You are this age, which is going to be the age that you inputted, right? All right. So what is your name? I'm going to put my name is Elizabeth. No, Eliza. My name is Eliza. How old are you? I am 95 years old. Your name is Eliza. You are 95 years old. You see that? So we wrote to the console. We read user input. We wrote to the console again. We read user input. We put those user inputs inside of variables. And we wrote this string. So yes, we have our first little program that we did. Let's see what's next. Okay, so let's follow the book. This is the next challenge in this this book. Okay. So we're gonna erase all of that. Okay. It's called, the challenge is called Consolas and Totem, and it gives you 50 XP. Actually, I'm going to type out the yeah, I'm going to type out all the completed quests completed. And so the first quest that I completed was, let's see, hello world. Hello world. And I got 50 XP for that. The next one was the makings of a programmer. And that's 50 XP. And then the next one we're gonna do is called Consolas and Totem, and that's going to be worth 50 XP. I'm gonna just complete it. Okay, so let's do this challenge. It says, these lands have not seen programming in a long time due to the blight of the uncoded one. Actually, let me close my door. Nah, actually, fuck it. These lands have not seen programming in a long time due to the blight of the uncoded one. Even old programs are now crumbling to bits. Your skills with programming are only fledgling now, but you can still make a difference in these people's lives. Maybe someday soon your skills will have grown strong enough to take on the uncoded one directly. So our big boss, our big bad in this whole game is the uncoded one. But for now, you decide to do what you can to help. In the nearby city of Consolas, food is running short. Tillum has a magic oven that can produce bread from thin air. He is willing to share, but Tillum is an Excellion, and Excellions love paperwork. Okay, I see what they did there. Like Microsoft Excel, they're called Excellions, love paperwork. They demanded for all transactions, no exceptions. Tillum will share his bread with the city if you can build a program that lets him enter the names of those receiving it. A sample run of this program looks like this. Make a program that runs as shown above, including taking a name from the user. Okay, so we need to take a name from the user, and we need to tell them that the bread is ready. We need to tell them that the bread is ready. Hopefully y'all can hear me. We need to tell them that the bread is ready, and we need to say who is the bread for. And then we put who the bread is for, and then we write noted. That person got the bread. Okay. So the first thing we do is write to the console.writeLine. Bread is ready. Semicolon. Console.writeLine. Who is the bread for? Who is the bread for? All right. So we want user input. So I'm gonna create a string variable called name, and it's gonna be equal to console.readLine. So this method is going to read the user input and place it in this variable called name. Let's space this out. Okay, and then we're going to write to the console noted name got the bread. Name got the bread, right? So let's see how this works. See. All right. Make sure y'all like this shit, because I guess that's how you get people to watch these streams and shit. You like. All right. Okay, it says bread is ready. Who is the bread for? We're gonna say the bread is for Alicia. No. We're gonna say the bread is for Lil Boosie. And then it says noted, Lil Boosie got the bread. So there you go. So now I can put that this is completed. So we wrote to the console, we placed the user input inside of a variable, and we printed that user input. We used that variable. So the next thing we are going to learn is comments. We already went through comments. Okay. So comments again are like this. You can put a double slash and then you can say this is a comment, right? Double slash, or you can do one of these, which is where you use a forward slash and then you use an asterisk like that, and in between these lines there's gonna be comments, right? So you can say comment, 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 stuff, and that's all a comment. So you do multi-line comments. All right. So those are multi-line comments. The next challenge. How long have I been doing this for? 46 minutes. I'm gonna stop at an hour. My goal is to do this an hour every day. So I'm gonna do this challenge and then I'm just gonna talk about random stuff. Okay. As you walk through the city of Commenton, admiring its / based architectural buildings, a young man approaches you in a panic. I dropped my thing namer 3000 and broke it. I think it's mostly working, but all my variable names got reset. I don't understand what they do. He shows you the following program. It says rebuild the program above on your computer. Add comments near each of the 4 variables. That is a boring challenge. I think a more interesting challenge would be you know what? Every day I should do something in LeetCode. So let's try that. Let's see. Okay, so I have not been keeping up with LeetCode, but I'm thinking maybe hold on, do I have my can I register? Can I do poly height x what? Oh, what? Oh, username. We're gonna say poly height. Then we're gonna say password. Oops. Well, look at that. Can't use that now. And then so we're just gonna say beginner. Choose the topics that you're interested in. Backend, database. I don't know what the hell dynamic programming is. Of course, Unity development, because why not? Not Spring Cloud, because I don't want to learn JavaScript. I mean Java. App development, whatever. All right. So we have our all right. So that's the thing about LeetCode. Like, I hear that you should do it, but I actually don't know where to start with LeetCode. But I'm gonna start at the most easiest thing that I could possibly do. Okay, so it says to sum, and we're gonna go to C#. Okay, It says give an array of integers and an integer target. What? Give an array of integers and an integer target. Return indices. What the fuck? Return indices of two numbers such that they add up to target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. You can return the answer in any order. So the input, the target is 9. Hold up, because num0 plus nums1 equals 9, we return 0, 1. Okay, so 2 plus 7 equals 9. Okay. Input. Okay. Goddamn. Alright, so public int to some int nums. I think I'm supposed to use a, hold on, let me bring this over here. I think I'm supposed to use a for loop. But then there's a way to actually go through for each. Okay, so for each type variable name in array, for each all right, so I think that's what we got to do. All right, so so I think what I'm supposed to do is I'm going to say I'm going to use a for each loop that, okay, hold on, let's do this better because that looks ugly. Oops. Where's the asterisk on my keyboard? You know what? That's some crazy. I can't find the asterisk. I'm having a brain fart. Where is the ass? Oh, right there. All right. Where's the ass? All right. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a for each loop that iterates over nums. And then I guess I have to check if target is less than num, subtract subtract from target, right? And then else subtract target from num, and we're gonna place the result in a new int, and then we're gonna say hold on, let me see, am I doing that right? Yeah, so if we have the target and we're gonna say target, if the target equals 9, then we're gonna say if the target is less than num, subtract from target. No. If the num is less than target. If num is less than target. else target greater than num. If num is less than target, subtract from target. Else target is greater than num, subtract from num. So in the case of 9, and we iterate through it, we'll say 9 minus, the output is 0, 1. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. Okay, I'm thinking about this completely incorrect. All right. Hold up, public int. Public int. All right. So scratch that. I do 9 minus. Could I do 9 minus? I could do 9 minus 2 and then check if the remainder is there. Yeah. Okay. No. I'm right. All right. So place the result in a new int, and then check if that int is in the array. All right. That'll work. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say for each, let's see how we do for each int, for each int I in nums, if I is less than target, then we're gonna say target minus num. Hold on, let's say new variable result so we're gonna say result equals target minus num, else result equals num minus target, and then we're gonna say oh, this is really like not a good way to do this, but fuck it. So we already got that I. Then can we use a for loop inside here? Console.writeLine I. For int I equals 0. Should I use a for loop? Or should I use a for each loop? Is it even reasonable to put a for each loop inside of a another for each loop? I don't care. I'm gonna do it. For each int I in nums, if this looks crazy. Okay, so we got result. So now that we got the result, we need to like check if we need to check if actually, let's just say placeholder. Let's just say number. Let's just say first number, right? And then we're gonna say int second number, and those are the numbers that are going to go into the array that we're going to return. So for each int I in nums, if I is less than target, result equals target minus num, else result equals num minus target. For each, and we're going to say for each int I in nums, if I equals result, if I equals result, then we're going to say yeah, if I equals result, then we're going to say second underscore number equals equals nums I. And then can we break? Can we completely break? Is that how break works? Can we do that? Can we do break? Is that how that works? I think that's how that works. Tell me if I'm wrong. Because I think continue would keep going, but if I break it, then it's not. I think. All right. Well, we're gonna figure it out today. If I equals result, okay. What? We don't even need an else. Do we need an else? Nah, we don't need an else. It's just gonna keep going. It's just gonna keep doing this thing. Yeah. All right. So let's recap. So the int result, we got the int first number and the int second number. Hold on. Return. Can we do it like that? I haven't did this in a long time. Int first number, return first number, return second number. I don't know if that's gonna work, because if we did, let's say we did 9 minus 7 or 11 minus 9. Yeah, something about that ain't right. So the number, if else continue. Yeah, okay, because the number, because we're trying to find two numbers that add up to a number. So the number that we're gonna find in the array cannot be more than that number, because we're finding the sum of numbers, not anything else. Okay, so that makes sense. Continue. Result equals target minus num. Actually, we don't even need this else. So we're going to say for each int I in nums, if I is less than target, result equals target minus num. And then can we do that? That looks crazy. All right. I think this is okay. I'm not sure. Okay. So for each for each int I in nums, if I is less than the target, if I is, if, okay. Yeah, this is my first LeetCode little thing. So anyway. Okay, so we iterate over the array of ints, which is called nums. And then we say, okay, so if we find a number inside of that array that is, if we find a number that inside of that array that is less than the target, then we can say, okay, the result is going to equal the target minus the number that we found, or the target minus I. Yeah, the target minus I. We're going to say result equals target minus I. Okay. And then we're going to say for each okay, yeah. That looks ugly. Anyway, this is just how it's gonna have to look. I'm gonna say else continue. All right. If I equals result second underscore number. Okay, so we found a number that's less than. Okay, cool. So we found a number that is less than our target number. And then we say the result equals target minus I. And then we say for each, then we gotta check if the result is there. So then we say for each int I in nums, for each int I in nums, if I equals result, if the I equals the result, then we're gonna say the second number equals, can we just say the second number equals I? We don't have to say nums I. We can just say the second number equals I. And then we break. Alright. I don't know if that works. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it says please verify your email address. Hold on. Please verify your email address. Okay. All right, it's been verified. So now can I submit it? I already did that. Hold on, let me save all of this. Oh. 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 How do I return an array? Can I say return? Hold on. Return new? It has to be arrays. All right, let's see. Okay, maybe that's how you do it. I have to put in some curlers. Some curlers. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's see. How to return an array in C sharp. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so I can say return new. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. Return. Can I say return new? Like that? But new is a function, isn't it? I don't know. All right. Let's see. Okay, so okay. What about this one? Okay. Okay. So okay. Let's just do it this way. Let's create an array. Yeah, because I thought that's how you do it. Oh, return. Hold on, return. I know some people are probably watching this like this motherfucker is dumb. Return new int. Is that how you do that? No. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's just do it the old way. Okay. I'm making this too complicated. More complicated than it needs to be. Okay, so we're gonna say int. What do we call it? They called it an indices. Like that. Okay, yeah. Okay, what's the problem? Hmm. Did I never declare what the first number is? I don't think I did. Yeah, that was a problem. So if I is less than target, result equals, do we even need result? we're gonna say okay. It says value expected. Okay, let's figure this out. Nah, this don't make any sense. Okay, let's go through this one more time. Okay, so for each I in nums, if I is less than target, the first number equals target minus I, and target minus I will give us oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, this is messed up. I did this incorrectly. How do I return the index number? Okay, let's do this over. All right. Let's start by making another for each loop. And in this for each loop, we're gonna check every int in nums. Okay. So then we're gonna say if target is greater than I, result equals target minus I. So now since we got the result, we need to see if that result is in we need to see if the result is inside the nums. So what's the okay. No, we don't even need to do that. We can just say, okay. We can just say array dot index of okay, so we got the first number. And that returns. Hey. Hey, baby. Okay, I'm gonna end this